To mark Juneteenth, the Ashe Cultural Arts Center launched a new initiative. The Building Community Power Policy Series is aimed at tackling the Black community's most pressing challenges with radical imagination. Speakers focused on their personal experiences and called for reforming the political system to better represent every citizen.
We need active voters. We need not just only people just to register to vote, we need active voters.
We deserve to live long lives, surrounded by supportive communities and safe neighborhoods. We have a right to affordable, accessible, and quality housing, food, and health care.
This Friday and Saturday, the group will also hold another conference on housing rights and health equity.